The Guardians, again, beat the San Diego Padres, a 4-game lead now over both Minnesota and the Chicago White Sox. And I think maybe the strongest odds we have seen so far since whatever the preseason numbers you had on the White Sox were on an AL Central favorite. The Guardians at minus 175. What do you think about this win for the Guardians and where they sit right now in the AL Central?
Yeah, it's crazy to think that they are the most complete team in the AL Central when before the season started. I was telling everybody that would listen, boy, those Sox, they get it together and just play average baseball. They might do some damage in October. Looks like they're not even going to make it to October talking about the White Sox, so somebody has to win that division. It's not one of those things where we talk about in the NFL, oh, the NFC East is down this year. Remember, the NFC West had an under 500 division champion. Somebody has to go to the playoffs. That's the rules in Major League Baseball. It looks like the Guardians are the best of the bunch right now at that minus 175, and also, flip side there, what happened to the Padres? All that good graces they brought up, like, hey, man, they did trade for Soto, brought in Hader. This team's ready to challenge the Dodgers. The Dodgers are sitting back with some big-time belly laughs right now. Like, this team was supposed to challenge us? Come on now.
Yeah, the gap. I mean, look, the gap the Dodgers had presented before the deadline actually was one of those things that we talked about the Soto trade, and I don't think we even brought up the NL West division odds at the point there. So for San Diego, this is a lot to do about the back end of the NL wild card race. The good thing for them is the Brewers right now are playing those Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll get to in just a second. I just want to make this point quickly on the Guardians, because the AL Central is, I think, viewed as kind of like when you put a below 500 team as a division winner and they're the 4th seed in the NFL playoffs. Everybody's like, what are we doing? Everyone freaks out. You got to change it, the way the NFL playoff format works, which is always an overreaction. But the Guardians, Donnie, this team's 10 games above 500 now with that win yesterday. They have the 5th best record in the American League. And by the way, not a big gap between them, the Rays, and the Blue Jays, who are the two teams that sit in front of them. The Guardians are a lot more than a team taking advantage of a bad division. This is a baseball team right now, to me, Donnie, that, are they going to be anybody's pick to come out of the American League? Probably not, but they're going to host that series. They're going to play the final team that gets in, right, in that opening round. So I think the Guardians are starting to command not just respect in terms of the Central race, but they really should be in the American League overall.
And also, you talk about the pressure situations, right, as you said. Typically, it's you're fighting for a number 1 overall seed, or you got a lot of heat coming from behind. They now have that 4-game lead over both the Twins and the White Sox, but I think they could have that comfort in the month of September. Let's just say over the next couple of days, they hold that 4-game lead. Don't gain any, don't lose any here. So it's a 4-game lead with roughly 30 days to go. They probably figure, Kevin, well, let's just play 500 baseball the rest of the way. I don't think the Twins and the White Sox are good enough to put that into overdrive and overtake us at this point. So it's not one of those where, hey, look at our final schedule. We got 30 games left. We really need to go 20-10 to make the playoffs. They don't. They probably need to go just 15-15, play their baseball, don't put any extra stress on themselves. And certainly, once you get to the playoffs, things can change. Those early round games, we're not talking about 7-game series. Anything can happen. A good start, a bad start out of another pitcher. And here you go, the Cleveland Guardians moving on in the playoffs.